Just gotta make sure they don't boil over, you know what I mean? It would be
The classic.
it'd be quite the sight if
My carrots.
'cause I think my mom's coming home, like, any minute, and I want her to come home and be like, "Man, why is there carrots all over the all over the stove? Because they flew out of the thing, because that's how carrots work." Um, so Raymond,
Yellow.
today's another good day, man. Because I'm interested in what you I don't think today's gonna be a very long episode,
It's not going now. It's a short one.
but
'Cause John Wick is I will say it's the first time watching John Wick, okay? I'll lay it on you. Tyler has already seen this movie.
yeah, I've already seen the movie.
This is my first impression.
Mm,
John Wick is a very I will say there's not much substance in this film, but that's the point of this movie. There
that
isn't
is, yeah.
substance.
I think
You
I
get a
mentioned it.
very basic story. There is stuff. There's world building in here. I love it.
There is, yeah.
There's subtle world building, and I feel like we'll continue it in future films when we're gonna go
Mhm.
over other John Wick movies because I will want to, I guess.
Yeah.
So, spoilers. I like the movie, so that's why I'm saying that. um,
Um, yeah, so before we go any further, Tiger T, Untitled, Unfocused podcast, you know what I mean? All that good stuff.
get anywhere you
Tyler,
like see podcasts.
right? Yeah, I haven't said that yet, but like, it is what it is. I feel like if you like it, you'll seek
It
it out.
is what it is.
Yeah. Um, yeah, like I think I said this when you said you wanted to do John Wick, right? I
Mhm,
said like it's not really till the third movie. There's three of them out.
mhm,
Where they really dedicate time to being like, "Okay, we're doing a lot of these, and we probably didn't plan on doing a lot of these at the beginning, so now we're finally gonna start to really build up characters and stuff like that, have, like, lore, you know?" But yeah, even with this one, it does have some very subtle world building, like, one of the clearest things to me, or just one of the coolest ones was like, coins they use.
the Continental, yeah.
Yeah, where no one talks. No one like we don't have a scene where someone is talking to John or vice versa or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, you got one of them coins?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, those are very important because they're made of this, and this is when they first got introduced, and now people love them." Like there wasn't a scene like that. It was just, "Oh, these coins exist, and they're only used in
To
this
get access, really. Yeah.
yeah, with like the different assassins and stuff." Um, because like even John pays for his hotel with one, but he also pays off an assassin to help him do his work with one.
Mhm.
I think that's the only two times we see him actually used.
The coins.
Yeah,
But we've seen, like, again, with his stash, there was a lot of coins and a lot
a
of guns.
lot. Yeah,
So
a lot
he
of
has
guns.
coins for days, whether or whatever it may be.
Um, one thing I really liked, right? Um, which I think kind of builds onto John Wick's character, right? And like stuff that we didn't see because it's a movie and we only see 2 hours. Was when he fights those dudes that were sent after him in his own home. Not
Mhm.
the very beginning, because he kinda gets wrecked in the
Yeah, the
beginning,
one
but
when they come back again.
yeah, when he's like, "Alright, we gotta kill him," even though the dude who sent him didn't really think they were gonna win, he just had to
He's
send.
like we gotta send them, otherwise, my son's gonna be like, "Oh, what you doing over here?
Yeah,
This has to die."
idiot
Oh,
son. Oh,
oh.
yeah, quick tangent, his son is Theon from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Theon Greyjoy, who is Reek.
Yeah,
And
um,
we also had there was a surprise for me, William Dafoe. Surprise Dafoe in
yep,
here.
yeah.
Did not realize he was in this movie. I was like, oh, William Dafoe.
Yeah, yeah, throughout the series, there are actors that do pop up like that, and you're like, "Oh, they okay, cool. They're in this now."
Oh, that's a nice cameo they put him in here.
Mhm.
Mm, nice touch. I liked it.
Yeah, I like when, he wins, right? He beats up, kills all the dudes. But I like when the cop comes
It's,
and
it's such a
he
good scene.
he just kinda walks up to him and he's got, like, blood all over his face, blood all over his clothes, and the cop
Yeah.
just looks at him and he says, like, "Noise complaint?" He's like, "Yeah, noise complaint." He's like, "Okay, like, sure." And I just love this whole scene because he, like, leans over,
And
like, leans
the
by
cop
John.
clearly sees the body in
He
the
sees the
hallway.
dead body. He looks back at him, he's like, "Ah, so you're working again." He's like, "Ah, yeah, I just gotta clean up some stuff." He's like, "Yeah, you need any help? You need me to do anything?" He's like, "No, no, I got it. It's all good." And he's like, "Alright, I guess I'll leave you to it." And then he tips his hat and he walks away. I just love that whole scene because obviously they have some sort of relationship, right? They've known each other for a while. He must have lived there for quite some time. But they have like a good relationship, and to me, that scene was never like the cop is afraid of John. He
Yeah,
was like,
no, the
"Oh,
cop yeah. Well, the cop knows he's safe from John, let's put it that way.
yeah,
He knows he's not gonna be on the end of John's anger at any point. Also
yeah,
shows that the cop knows what John's job is, or was, he knows he was a
yes."
hitman, and he
And
looks,
like,
he's like,
yeah, he's not afraid of him. Yeah, he knows he's safe from him. And the reason I think that builds to John's character is one, he's a nice guy. He's a genuine guy, which we've I guess seen, but he's also not this just like bloodthirsty killer. He's not just going around like killing everyone. He has a job. He's a very good person. Like um the dude's dad when he was explaining to Theon who John Wick was, he was like, no, he's a dude of um commitment and sheer will and
yeah,
focus and stuff, and that's who he is. He's just a dude who's really good at this. And
so he's the one who does the impossible tasks. He's
yeah,
the one who we send to kill the boogeyman.
yeah, he's not the boogeyman. He's the dude who's you send to kill the boogeyman, which I thought was great. Again, they didn't need a whole lot of exposition. They didn't need a whole lot of backstory. It was just like, oh, that dude sounds like someone you don't want to mess with.
It's like that's who he is. He will kill you.
And then as he's telling his son this, it keeps cutting back to John using a sledgehammer against his floor, just
Breaking it
destroying
open.
the floor, and then finding his like old stuff, the coins and the guns and stuff. Um, Along with the coins, which I think is like a currency among all these like assassins or whatever you want to call them. Um, they also have like payphones, like rotary phones,
Yeah, they're using rotaries, yeah.
which I thought was funny. Um, I don't know why that is. It's just like some cool quirk of this world that whoever wrote this story wanted to put in,
Like,
I
and
guess.
they like their codes that they follow. They're like pretty much it's like there's a contract and like you follow through with it. You break the
Yep.
contract, you die. It's
And
like
like kind
weird
of
rules that are just like unknown, but like make sense to everyone though. They abide by them and they keep it.
yeah, because they're exactly that. They're just rules. This is rules that everyone abides by, so that it's not chaos. And when someone does break them, then it's very bad for them. Like we saw the rule with the Continentals that no business is to be done here. And then that one lady tried to kill John in his room, didn't do it.
She
Um,
killed someone else. She ran out. She thought she was good.
mhm.
They
And
found her as
then
she was walking and got her.
yeah, and then they just met her and they got her. They killed her, and it was very sudden too. Like it was easy to see it. You saw from a mile away that she was gonna be killed. But like it was like, oh, they just don't care, and they all walked away in different directions. Oh, that was
And they got
cool.
the cleaners. The same cleaners are back again. They're like, yep,
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, that's another thing with the world building. Well, it's like I guess this dude and this company is just on retainer all the time.
carrots.
My mom just came home.
How are the
um,
carrots?
11.
How are the carrots?
Yeah, they're fine. She's home. She's gonna take care of it. We're all good. Listen, I don't need the
She can
responsibility.
take carrots of it.
Uh, What is this? What does red X mean right here? How do I? um, I like talking more of like the technical aspect of it, right? I like how few cuts there are when there's action. How does like one screen and they stay on it and they really
Yeah.
like it almost feels like they draw it out and it's too much,
Mhm.
but I think that's grounding it in reality and it's making it so John Wick isn't Superman. He's not just like a couple of quick cuts, two
He's
punches, and then he
taking his
kills
hit. He's
everyone.
doing his stuff. We
Yeah,
see it.
like he's using all these different techniques, but he's also getting hit. Like obviously when with the first fight when the cop came, like he has blood on his face, blood on his. I mean, some blood wasn't his, but he was getting hit. He wasn't getting
Mhm.
shot, but he was actually having to fight. It wasn't like against Superman where it's like, oh, I'm gonna punch you, then there'll be a cut, then I'm gonna kick you, there'll be a cut, and then six guys go flying. You know what I mean?
my favorite scenes, I will say, is like the scene where he meets with Francis. So he's like Francis is like the one like bouncer.
I don't remember who that is.
He was the bouncer.
Oh, yes, that was great.
Good evening today. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm here on business. Can you take the day off? It's got something to do in there. It's
Mhm.
like, yeah, sure, man. He's like, thanks.
It was very similar to the cop scene where it's
Yeah.
like, again, he's not just this, like, bloodthirsty dude, he obviously knows him, they have some sort of relationship, and he's like, "You know what? Why don't you get out of here? You know, you don't have to die. You don't even really wanna be here, like, definitely not against me, we're like, 1, you should be afraid of me because 'cause I'm nice, but 2, like, we're friends, like, we don't have to fight."
And I mean, I'll go with this as well. Vigo, he essentially knew his fate the moment he did stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Vigo knows what he's doing the entire time. He's like, if I do this, it's gonna upset John. It's like, so I kill his best friend. He knows I'm gonna go after. He's gonna come after me. It's like, what's gonna, It's like
Mm,
Vigo doesn't fight it though. That's the thing. He's not like, like he's having fun the entire time he's running away. He's like his what is it? His like retainer.
yeah.
He's like number one.
Mhm.
So he's playing with him. He's like, ooh, take the gun. Ooh, because
Yeah,
he knows
'cause
in the end he can't beat John.
yeah, I was gonna say exactly what you said, like, he knows, it's like there was a lot of paths, and as the movie goes on, a bunch of them get cut off, and there's only one left, and you can't escape it, even in the end, I remember I wrote down a note where when they fight at the end, it's, like, raining, it's really cool. He I don't know if he did it purposefully to maybe in his mind, he thought this was gonna not give him an advantage, but maybe make it so it's a little more even, where he told him, "No more guns."
Mhm.
He was like, "Oh, yeah, no more guns," and they fight hand to hand. And it's like, in that moment, it's like, he must have thought he would've had a better chance. I mean, obviously, if one person has a gun, one person doesn't, it can be over pretty quickly.
Mhm.
But I don't know, it could've been, like, respect too, of, like, we go way back. Like, we both know I'm gonna lose, but, like, why don't you give me a fighting chance, you
Yeah.
know?
Mhm. I like that. Another thing, this movie also shows you the ending at the beginning.
It does, yeah.
Mhm.
Which
You
oh,
already
yeah, that was something I was gonna ask you where did you think, like obviously, after that scene and then it changed, you realized that was the ending.
Mhm.
Did you think that we were gonna get to that point and John was gonna die at the end of the film?
No.
Well, I
I
mean
mean, obviously, no. I didn't think he was gonna die.
yeah,
I
okay,
thought
yeah,
something
you
was
know
gonna.
this other
Obviously, something
movies.
was gonna happen. I didn't realize he was gonna pick up another dog. But
Oh, yeah, he did do that. I remember that. I thought it was a cool dog too. It's a cool looking dog. He already follows him too. Just like he very much wants an owner.
all in all, it gets a stamp. I give him my stamp. A stamp.
That's good. I think that these movies get better too as they go along.
This one, yeah, it's an easy film to digest. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't really go over much with it. The action's well done, good choreography, well placed motives. Each decision makes sense, at least from a narrative point.
Yeah, I mean, I think because that that's really all it was trying to do, I think, is just be a good action movie,
Yeah,
you know?
it does it.
Try and set itself apart. I'm trying to just see if I have any other things. Uh, I like the hotel guy, the one at the desk. I liked when, uh, that
He's like calling up just to check on him.
yeah, he was, like, calling him, and he was waiting for, like, minutes while John was fighting him. I thought that was cool. Um, yeah, I don't really think I had anything else. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it, right? So you gave it a stamp. You enjoyed it. That's good.
Seal, straight seal.
Oh, seal.
No, no, no. Is it the seal or stamp? I forget which is it. It's the
Seal is
seal.
better than stamp.
Seal. I guess the seal.
Seal, okay. Um, yeah, so maybe I assume at some point in the future we'll probably do the second one, because why not?
Yeah. and this movie again, we've already replaced it. If you heard on the previous episode, but this is gonna be replaced right now with What We Do in the Shadows.
What We Do in the Shadows, yeah, because October, spooky month. We're doing a bunch of Halloween stuff throughout the month, and this week we are doing What We Do in the Shadows, which is a movie. Then we're gonna do the Simpsons, the Treehouse of Horror, the fifth one. Uh, so yeah, just to catch you guys up on the Halloween slate. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Um, yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm glad you liked it. That's good.
It's good. It's good.
Um, so yeah, watch What We Do in the Shadows because we'll do that next time. And yeah, I think that's it. It's gonna be it
So yeah, I'm
for
very excited for the anime segment this week because oh boy, we got a lot to talk about.
me too. Yeah, definitely. So stay tuned for that, everyone. Make sure to come back on Friday when we do that. Um, but yeah, so I think that's it. So see you guys tomorrow for tomorrow. We're doing we're finishing up Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge, the first season, or kind of however they chop it up. So yeah, so go do that.